eye. So the Matrix suit look definitely works.
Man.
And as for you, Charlie, let me hold on, Max. As for you, Charlie, I must say, no matter how our style looks, the outfit that right there, Charlie,
Ryan,
it's on time.
Ryan, if Stephen A. says,
It's
if
on
Stephen
time.
A's opinion
Go ahead,
is it
Max.
would be corny, he knows more about that than about corniness than anyone. So I'll just have to defer to him.
Really?
All right, guys,
I think it'll look
this is
fresh,
the
but he would
energy
know.
we want and we need. We're going to bring it all show long. Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, Max Kellerman, I'm Charlie Arnold. Guys, let's get it. We are in week 10 of the NFL season, and there are some teams who are under a microscope because, you know what, they seem to be underachieving. And in Tampa Bay, we are looking straight at you. The Bucs visiting Carolina on Sunday with the hopes of erasing the terrible memories from last Sunday when they got blown out by the Saints. Tom Brady had 3 interceptions. The 35-point loss being the worst of his career. Bruce Arians was not shy about calling his quarterback out for Sunday's meltdown, and here's what Tom Brady had to say.
You're a football player, and you're making split-second decisions, and you always wish, man, I made every split-second decision right, but that's just not the reality of the sport. So you got to try to improve it as best you can, and again, we're trying to work as hard as we can every day to make improvements we need to make, understanding that, you know, it's a process and it's going to last.
All right, Tom Brady obviously knows he made some mistakes. Bruce Arians calling his quarterback out for the second time this season. So, Max, let me start with you here. Who needs to deliver more on Sunday? Is it Brady or is it Arians?
Obviously, Tom Brady. When the Bucs were flying high, Brady got enormous credit. I don't remember anyone talking about Bruce Arians has really coached this team up. This was a 7-9 team last year, whose quarterback, yes, he did pass for over 5,000 yards and threw 30 touchdowns. There's upside there. No risk it, no biscuit, right, according to Arians. But he also threw 30 interceptions and handed the other team 112 points. So everyone knew. Just put a competent quarterback back there. Is not going to turn the ball over 15 times. You're 9-7. Tom Brady, the over and under was 9.5 games, right? It's got to be at least 10 wins. And then Gronk shows up. And then Antonio Brown shows up. And now Antonio Brown's had time to be with the team and practice with the team. And Godwin and Evans and everybody's available, right? And they're playing a Panthers team, which, yes, their defense looked good early. I just want to mention the number of points they've given up the last 4 games. 23, 27, 25, 33. Not the worst in the world, but doesn't sound like some fearsome kind of defense. They're a pretty good defense. They're fine. They're a 3-win team. No, Tom Brady was given so much credit, as a matter of fact. What do we all start talking about? Look at how already Brady is commanding the offense. It's changing into a Tom Brady offense. Not so much no risk it, no biscuit, shots down the field and all that. It's much more the kind of offense Tom Brady wants to run. Look at how he's brought this team together during COVID. Look at how they responded. I even said that again, after the mental breakdown against the Bears, including Brady's. Look at how they responded the next week. Mistake-free football. They didn't play mistake-free football last week. And by the way, this is a team with an offense, with a defense, with an embarrassment of riches at this point on offense with all the receivers, including AB, one of the greatest who ever did it, with a little bit of time under his belt now with the team. It's not just like 3 practices first week. It's the second game already. Yeah, Tom Brady's got to deliver. Of course, quarterbacks get disproportional blame and credit. He's gotten his credit when things went well, including from me, by the way. Now things aren't going well. I expect a bounce-back game, Stephen A., but he's better have one.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, Max Kellerman, I mean, I got to get on you just a little bit here. You need a shave, brother. You need a shave. I want you to make sure that you just need a shave.
Look how you want to look.
No. That's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother. We know, Max. We know I can't be helped, but there's still hope for you. You got to trim the beard a little bit good. I mean, you got to look sharp. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, too much
it's a
white.
little scraggly.
Too much
you
white.
can keep it. It's just a little scraggly. That's all. It's just a little scraggly. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's Friday.
Stephen A., this is what happens when you leave for so long.
I just want to throw that out there. Now, but hey, listen. At least you don't have on a black tie today. You're improving. Here's the deal.
Hold on. Let me ask Charlie. How's the beard look, Charlie?
And it's nice, a little salt and pepper. I don't mind it.
That's it. I rest my case.
It's just a little thick and scraggly. That's all I'm trying to say. Are you trying to like pull onion or something? I mean, I'm just wondering. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, look, the thing is here, Max is showing his age just a little bit as Tom Brady's showing his age. What's he going to do this weekend?
Brother, trying to help you out. That's all, brother. Trying to help you out. Now, here's the deal. Let's get back to what you were saying. Max, in all seriousness, man, You make very valid points about Tom Brady, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. My focus, however, is on Bruce Arians. I mean, Ryan, help me out here, man. I mean, last time I checked, Bruce Arians has been a head coach in the National Football League for the last 7 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the last 3 seasons that he has coached, 2016, 2017, before he took off 2018, then he came back for 2019 in Tampa Bay after departing from Arizona, Bruce Arians hasn't had a winning record. And they're 6-3 now. We looked at last week, and as awful as Tom Brady was, and he was straight garbage for the first time in his career, really like straight garbage. It was awful, okay? But it's Tom Brady. I mean, eventually that's going to happen one day. Got to give that to him. Here's what I'm saying about Bruce Arians. Didn't we lament the play calling? Didn't we lament the fact that you didn't run the football? You only ran the football 5 damn times? Didn't we lament Byron Leftwich and Bruce Arians and the kind of game plan that they had that seemed to be ill-advised? And then you combine that with the fact that this dude is a former offensive coordinator who really made a name for himself, not just in Pittsburgh, but then when he was in Indianapolis and Chuck Pagano came down with cancer and he had to battle that, and Bruce Arians filled in for the last 12 games and went 9-3 and really, helped Indy in a great way, which ultimately got him the head coaching job in Arizona. The bottom line is when you look at Bruce Arians, he is an experienced coach, respected throughout the league. No one questions his knowledge about the game of football. We certainly love his personality. Well, when you gonna produce? The fact of the matter is that when we look at Tom Brady and we're seeing him and him struggling the way that he's struggling, of course he cannot be absolved. All I'm trying to say is that this is not a novice head coach. This is an experienced coach who's obviously experienced enough with enough cachet to call out the great Tom Brady. So why can't he be held accountable for what he's not doing? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 3rd worst rushing attack in the National Football League. Ronald Jones is no scrub. Leonard Fournette is no scrub. LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, even though he's getting up there in age, he is damn sure no scrub. The 3rd worst rushing attack in the National Football League when you've got Evans and Godwin and Gronk and breaking these boys to throw the football to so people can't load the box. Daring you to throw because they're focused on the run. That's not what they're doing to Tampa. You should be able to do a multitude of things and not put everything on the shoulders of a 43-year-old quarterback. You got him the personnel, but it's up to you, Bruce Arians, to know how to utilize it. We expect that from this man, and we should continue to expect that from that man. All I'm saying is you can't completely absolve him. We got to mention him too.
You have to mention him, and I don't think you have to just mention him. I think he's under the most pressure. I think he has to perform because I understand the prism that Max is looking at this through is his own, right? For him saying that Brady would fall off and then giving him credit for the leadership after the Chicago Bears game when they didn't play well, when they didn't play disciplined football, and really us never looking at Bruce Arians and saying, you know what, Bruce Arians has done a good job. But when it's negative, when it's bad, he will get the blame. If you go to this week, we talked about play calling. We talked about having a historic low in rushing attempts. But when you look at this entire team, they didn't play well on defense. The special teams didn't perform. This was an entire team failure on all 3 phases, and that's on the head coach. And then when you come out and you point to your Hall of Fame quarterback, when you're talking about the greatest of all time, and you don't just say that he has to play better, you point out specifics of where he missed. You point out that this is where Tom Brady could have been better, and he missed. So much so that Tom Brady has to come out and admit his faults. Tom Brady has to come out and say, yeah, I made mistakes. I wish I was perfect. So much so that Tom Brady showed a level of professionalism that Bruce Arians didn't. And now, BA's earned that. I think BA's a very good coach. I think BA's a good players coach, right? But now there's this conversation that started that if there's a power struggle, did he really want AB there? Is Mike Evans his guy? Right. And so now I think Bruce Arians has to perform. Bruce Arians has to come out and get this team to win, because when they got Tom Brady, we said the team as constructed, because of the weapons and because of the head coach and because of the way the team was put together, they would win. I do believe Tom Brady deserves fault. I do believe Tom Brady deserves criticism. But in the end, one of those legacies is set. We know where Tom Brady will go down on the pantheon of quarterbacks. We know where he sits on the Mount Rushmore of greats in the NFL. Bruce Arians doesn't have that place. And if this thing fails, if this thing doesn't work, they're never going to say it was about the players. They're never going to say it was about the quarterback. It's all going to point back to Bruce Arians. So this is the most pivotal time of his coaching tenure as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach.
That may be, but when we talk about what's the lead story, I mean, both things are true. There's pressure on both guys. I would point out that Bruce Arians seemed to push the right buttons on Brady after the Saints game and on the team. Look at this. I'll chew out Tom Brady. He pushed the right buttons again after the Bears game when he covered for Brady, right? Mm-hmm. And they came back. So I think so far I've seen it twice. I'm going to give Bruce Arians the benefit of the doubt in terms of pushing the buttons on Brady again. I'll just remind everyone, they've already beaten the Panthers.